Well, for the first time, the Israeli army has said there is a, quote, high possibility that a soldier killed Palestinian-American journalist Shireen Abu Akleh nearly 4 months ago. In an internal investigation into her death, it said the shooting was accidental and no one would be punished. The Israeli army probe found that it was probable Abu Akleh had been shot by a soldier who mistook her for a militant. The Al Jazeera journalist was wearing a helmet and a vest identifying her as press when she was killed while reporting from the occupied West Bank in May. And I'd like to bring in DW correspondent Tanya Kramer in Jerusalem for more. Tanya, Israel's conclusions follow a series of investigations by the United States and media organizations about Shireen Abu Akleh's death last May. What can you tell us about this investigation and why it has taken until now?
Well, it took the military now 4 months to come to this conclusion, what they call the final findings of their investigation. And they told us today in a briefing for reporters that they took into account, the soldiers were there, all the materials they have, forensic evidence, audio, video material, and also reports in the foreign media. Now, as you mentioned, they have concluded that there's a high possibility that Mrs. Abu Akleh, that's a quote, was accidentally hit by IDF gunfire, end of quote. But they maintain that this could have happened while there was an exchange of fire with Palestinian militants. Although this account was numerous times questioned by Palestinian eyewitnesses on the ground, other colleagues and Palestinian journalists that were with her on that day when she was killed, and also by those media investigations and other investigations and video material. Now, the official said that she was not intentionally targeted as a journalist, that the soldier likely to be involved could have not properly seen her. Now, Shireen Abu Akleh and her colleagues had, the blue vest labeled with press on it when she was hit by a bullet. Now, what follows out of it is that the Israeli Military Advocate General's office also released a statement saying that it would not open an investigation into any soldier likely to be involved because they don't see, or there's no suspicion that criminal offense was committed. So this is likely to be or expected to be the end of the military investigation for now.
And Tanya, have we heard a response to these findings from Shireen Abu Akleh's family, or more from her employer, Al Jazeera?
Well, absolutely. Shireen Abu Akleh's family put out a statement today saying that they were deeply hurt, that they were, I'm just quoting here, frustrated and disappointed as well, that the announcement by the military was trying, as they say, to obscure the truth and avoid responsibility for killing Shireen Abu Akleh. They also said again, which they have said also several times before, that this doesn't come as a surprise, and I think they speak a lot also what Palestinians I talked to here in recent months they don't believe, or they don't think that the Israeli military can investigate itself. Shireen Abu Akleh's family also calls on the U.S. administration, Shireen was a U.S. Palestinian citizen, to continue and to call for accountability and to open an independent and thorough investigation by the U.S. administration, also by the International Criminal Court. And they met with Secretary of State Antony Blinken in July, calling for that investigation. And of course, they said they won't stop until they get justice for Shireen Abu Akleh.
Our correspondent, Tanya Kramer, thank you so much for your reporting.